So let's talk about the Strait of Hormuz, because this is really sort of a fascinating thing that is going on. And that is the fact that there are negotiations going on, but the United States is not invited and they're not allowed to participate. So basically you have Iran and Oman negotiating just amongst themselves. And every time some little bit of information leaks, the United States comes out and says, we don't agree with that. And Iran's response is, it doesn't matter. This isn't about you. This is us and Oman. Now, obviously, we don't know the details of exactly where everything is, but from what we can piece together, Iran would in fact control inbound traffic into the Strait of Hormuz and effectively control every ship that goes into the Persian Gulf. And then Iran and Oman would share responsibility of the outbound traffic. Iran would collect a 7% transit fee for people entering the Strait of Hormuz and the Persian Gulf, and they would share some portion of that fee with Oman. So essentially, Iran and Oman are negotiating opening the Strait of Hormuz, and those two countries basically having full control of it and collecting fees. This would mean a reopening of the strait somewhat on a limited basis. It certainly wouldn't put, oil flows back to where they were pre-war. But if they agree to this, and it does in fact lower prices ahead of the midterm election, will the United States just accept it and walk away? Because their only other option is to escalate and drive prices back up. So they're going to have to assess if the political damage from allowing Iran to effectively control the Strait of Hormuz and charge a fee for ships coming in and out. Oh, by the way, Russia and China would be excluded from that fee. So they will have to assess if the political damage from that is less than the political damage from escalating the war again and having high prices. That's literally how this decision is going to be made. What thing has the less political damage? And honestly, from my perspective, I think that's a bet. I don't think they can determine which one is more or less politically damaging. I think they're both very politically damaging, but Americans do tend to forget very quickly. And if they manage to bring down gas prices even a little bit, they don't have to go back to $3. I mean, that was the old standard. Everyone has now changed their standard now that their people are in charge. If they could get gas down to $3.50, they would be betting that Americans would just completely forget about the fact that Iran has complete control of that waterway and take that $3.50 gas. That's what they're betting on. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Thanks.